Okay, good morning. I still have a problem with starting my video, so I will start with audio and hopefully I'll be able to fix it as we talk. So good morning and thank you very much for joining me today for this webinar. And in this webinar, we will discuss some of the funding opportunities for the digital industry and space sector within Europe. My name is Amiad, and I'm a business development manager here at Argentum. And until lately, I was a grant consultant and project manager in the company. I will start with a short introduction of Argentum and will continue by diving straight into the EU's plans and some opportunities for your cluster. Last but not least, I will map out our strategy and show you how you can accelerate your innovation to the next level. Argentum specializes in EU research and innovation non-dilutive funding. Our company was established in 1999 and has 30 employees divided into 3 departments: business development, strategy, and consulting. Our vision is to target funding opportunities and to enhance participation and success in multinational research and innovation projects. Argentum is aligned with the EU goals and works closely with local NCPs in order to deepen the understandings of EU directives, guidelines, and value chains. It is Argentum's objective to become the leading expert in cooperation between overlapping technological sectors within the EU. The EU's budget for the years 2021 till 2027 is a bit over 1.2 trillion euros, and you can see how it is distributed in the chart. We work with over 120 funding sources, and the first stage is the first stage of funding is to choose the call proposal. When a company chooses a grant for submission, they should consider the following criteria. The field. Bottom up is a call that's open for all fields of technology, whereas top down would be a specific call that's aligned with the EU's agenda. The company should also consider the type of funding mechanism, the European one, which is supported by the EU, like Horizon Europe, or bilateral, for example, a technological collaboration between 2 countries or a national funding initiative. In addition, they should consider the type of application procedure as well, whether the submission is as a single applicant or as part of a collaborative project or a consortium. The choice should be made according to the company's needs and strategy, and while considering the success rates of each opportunity. Horizon Europe has divided the grants to 6 subjects or clusters. Today, we will discuss the 4th cluster, where the impact it has on society in general, and the European one in particular, are very far-reaching. The key areas in which Europe is shaping its global leadership are those that will enable it to take production and consumption in such a way that respects the limits of our planet. Within this cluster, the focus is on the assimilation of all parts of European society that will develop technological advances and answer to global challenges. The central objective is to build a competitive, digital, low carbon, and circular industry. In addition, a great emphasis is on the development of raw materials that provide the basis for advances and innovation in the challenges that face society. Horizon Europe's digital industry and space cluster has many different areas of intervention, such as manufacturing technologies, digital, quantum, and emerging technologies, AI and robotics, circular, low carbon, and clean industries, space and Earth observation. The boundaries between these areas could be intertwined at times, as we shall see in the calls that I have chosen to share with you in this webinar. We will start off with the DIH for AI funding opportunity, which is under Horizon Europe. This is an excellent example for what we like to call a mushroom. Small, unknown fundings that has a higher chance for winning. The DIH for AI is a network which supports joint development and provision of technology services targeting local SMEs and tech governmental agencies. The grant here is for 100,000 euros, and September's deadline is only the second deadline for this new funding opportunity. With the need for a small consortium of just 2 companies, this is a great opportunity to work on as an additional grant and not only as your primary goal. The digital supply chain is a grant given by the European Space Agency, or ESA, with the agenda to provide the expected end-to-end visibility and traceability of goods, and the development of innovative solutions that create supply chains value using digital solutions such as big data and analytics and machine learning to produce insights for decision makers. This grant is €500,000 and with the close deadline of September. Please note that not all EU countries are eligible for the ESA fundings. Here you can see an example for a specific call with Horizon Europe under Cluster 4. This call is part of the digital and emerging technologies for competitiveness and fit for the Green Deal and requires a collaborative project or a consortium to be submitted. The €5 million budget here is for the whole project and is split between the participants according to each individual company's understandings with the coordinator of the project. The call is for lower TRL, or technological readiness level, and is under the RIA, Research and Innovation Action, so is completely funded by the grant, with no need to cover some of the R&D from your own pocket. RIA calls are usually joint projects with universities or research institutes and are expected to discover new findings, so make sure the technical legal requirements are set to ensure the IP and potential patents within the projects are covered. Another interesting option is this AI, data, and robotics for industry optimization call. The focus here is on the integration and optimization of AI, data, and robotics to demonstrate industry use cases in operating environments to show the increase in efficiency. As opposed to the previous call, the project here is an innovative action, or IA, where the focus is more on the integration of different abilities brought by each partner to this consortium, and therefore each company is the sole owner of its IP, including the IP obtained during this project. The IA projects are the grants covered are covered for 70% of the approved costs. This RIA call, named Pushing the Limit of Physical Intelligence and Performance, is strongly focused on the vision to design robots that can exceed human capabilities. The call aims to improve physical capabilities of robots relevant to the industry to provide a safer, faster, and better performance one. This will enable to reduce the need for manpower in the industry with a focus on the dangerous aspects and positions. You can see here the deadline is in November and expected budget to be €7 million per project. We expect over 10 winning projects to be funded in this call. The main idea for this call is to demonstrate the use and integration of robotics in the field that are beyond human capabilities, or such jobs that are dull, dirty, and dangerous for humans to perform. In addition to this, there will be a focus on reaching a level of reactivity and responsiveness that are required for a smooth collaboration and interaction of human robots or robots to robots work. The topic of this call will support innovation proposals that will be using the latest innovative advances in robotics, focusing on end users' needs and expectations. In the proposals, it is critical to point out what the added values are for each technology. The Ite A4 project belongs to Eureka. It involves R&D on software innovation in which companies, SMEs, startups, academia, and customer organizations collaborate in industry-driven funded projects. This will turn innovative ideas into business and jobs that benefit the society as a whole. The concept is to foster digitization to the core of software innovation. For example, smart mobility, healthcare, smart cities, manufacturing, and engineering. This specific call is under the human-centered and ethical development of digital and industrial technologies. The scope of the project is to build an interaction between humans and AI systems. The point is to promote trustworthy AI while adopting a human-centered development. Here is a very interesting call with a twist regarding the previous calls we just talked about. The call here is focused in creating a more resilient, inclusive, and democratic European society, prepared and responsive to the threats and disasters, and providing high-quality healthcare to empower all citizens. Even though this call is in cluster 4, it has a strong relationship to society and social studies. We expect very interesting projects to be submitted here with different focuses, allowing an expected large range of consortiums to partner with. With 4 projects to be funded and a fully funded mechanism, or a RIA, we are looking forward to work on these opportunities. The last call we will talk about, before mentioning some of the general bottom-up calls, is a call from the Life on Funding Direction. The call aims to make investments in energy efficiency and small-scale renewable energy sources more attractive to private investors. This is a great project mainly for early-stage companies by providing a nicely funded project of 3.5 million euros and the need of collaboration with partners to overcome the higher risk of the early stage of the project and to come to investors with a more mature product and reduced risk. After showing you a number of specific calls and funding directions, I would like to pose a few different, more general funding opportunities that are available for your company. As mentioned, the funding mechanism differs across funding opportunities, and the budgets per project differs according to each program. On the slide, you can see the bottom-up opportunities, which are general and open to all kinds of technological innovations. The EIC Pathfinder and Transition accept the participation methodology of a consortium, whereas the EIC Accelerator allows for a single participant. You can see the budget that each of these opportunities have in the table. All of these programs are especially keen to startups that will work on R&D, and the main difference between the calls is the TRL, or the maturity of the product. The Eurostars program is one call out of many you can target in the Eureka funding mechanism. Eureka offers bilateral programs for funding that are country-specific and are different from one country to another, as the local grant authority provides the actual grant. Eureka offers a unique opportunity that is open to some countries that cannot apply to EU grants like Argentina, Canada, Monaco, Singapore, South Africa, and South Korea. In addition, I would like to add the national programs that are offered in every country to local companies and are tailored to their needs. Last but not least, we will talk about the Eit Manufacturing Grants. This two-stage proposal is a single application project with an impressive grant of up to 2 million euros. The expected winning projects should focus on climate-neutral cities and provide solutions to unsafe urban areas as part of the 2030 EU goals for the climate change battle. As to what we have to offer, we know that the abundance of funding opportunities out there can become challenging to navigate because of the complexity that is part of the submission process. In addition to the many details and guidelines that every funding opportunity has. By following this method of submission, our strategists and consultants would be able to get a firmer grasp on the activity of your company, especially your technology. This allows us to write a better submission proposal because we gain more depth of knowledge. Argentum's team will know your company and the relevant people, and along with the previous experience and acquired knowledge, will eliminate the need to waste time before each submission and will speed up the preparation time for the proposal while minimizing the time needed from you. Moreover, as a submitting company, which will apply to various opportunities, you will have less to work with, be it financially or in terms of manpower, because we will work with your technology and tailor it to fill multiple proposal calls. As our strategists are always out the lookout for new funding opportunities, we will be able to submit fast applications with short notice. Lastly, this method immensely raises your chances of winning a grant. As a client at Argentum, we ensure you to get a personalized service with regular meetings throughout the year. The initial step starts with a kickoff meeting in order to discover the assets and develop projects for your company. With all this information, our strategists will suggest to you the open calls that you can target throughout the year according to your priorities and timelines. Once we have decided which calls you want to apply for, we will set a schedule together for the year to come, and we'll transfer you to the professional team who will write the proposals. They will need your responsiveness in order to receive all the materials needed and to submit the proposals on time. This process is in constant evaluation, growing with your projects and your developments, and also regarding to the launch of new opportunity promising calls. Our role is to guide you step by step throughout the submission process and maximize your chances of funding success. It is important to point out that the process is always adaptable, and as a long-term client, we are always at the lookout for new publications that are suitable for your company. This circular process allows Argentum to better know you and your company and use our previous relationship to ease the preparation process while maximizing your success for the EU funding. Thank you for joining me today. Later on, our marketing team will send out a follow-up email with a link to book a call and a recording of this webinar, because I know there's a lot of information that was passed here, so that you can review. I look forward to hearing back from you and thank you for your time today. Have a great day.